Hey mama, welcome to another episode of the Toddler Mom Diaries podcast. And today we are going to be talking about how to reduce screen time for toddlers and preschoolers. I don't know about you, but as a busy wife, mom, and homemaker, it can be easy to fall into this cycle of using devices to keep your kids busy. Some guilt may come with that. Mom guilt, especially if it happens more often than you like to admit. So today, let's address it. You're going to walk away with ideas and tips to help you reduce your child's screen time while keeping them occupied and still having a window of opportunity to do what you need. I'm going to give you 5 tips and we're going to dive right into it. The very first tip that I have for you is to set clear expectations. So if your child has been enjoying screen time, you'll need to create a new routine. This is not a problem because children are flexible and resilient. However, when you make a change, you need to commit to consistency because they benefit from the security of routines and predictability. Establish what times screens will be allowed, if any. At my house, we did a bit of a TV fast for my 4-year-old, in which case we eliminated TV, YouTube shows, all the things for almost 2 weeks to give her a very beneficial break. Now, make it clear to your child when screens are allowed. At your house, that might be 20 minutes of TV only after your child eats dinner. Tailor it to meet the needs of your family. It's recommended that children under 18 months don't get any screen time at all unless they're video chatting with friends and family. And then for children between 2 and 5 years old, it's recommended that they don't receive more than 1 hour a day, ensuring that it's high quality shows. I'd even go as far as to say make sure they're high quality, biblically based or educational shows. The things that I choose are teaching biblical principles or academic content. I avoid the shows that are created solely for entertainment, but that's just me. Now, to make this possible, consider having areas in your home where no devices are allowed. In my home, bedrooms don't have televisions or tablets, so there are none in my and my husband's bedroom, nor in our children's room. The living room is another place without a television, so when I'm spending time with the kids throughout the day, we do so in the living room so that the television in the family room is more of an out of sight, out of mind thing. Also, consider shutting down all the screens for at least an hour before bed because this is going to help improve your family sleep. Now, tip number 2 is to provide enjoyable alternatives. After you've established clear expectations, the next step is to provide engaging alternatives. Now, the easiest is going to be outdoor play. Take the kids out to play in the backyard. Initially, you may need to facilitate depending on the ages of your children. Use this time to teach your children the things that they can do outside. Offer age-appropriate activities like playing tag, hide and seek, climbing trees, digging in the dirt, drawing with chalk, looking for bugs, observing plants, tossing a ball, whatever it is. And over time, your children will adapt and learn how to be creative and entertain themselves outside. Now, as you make this as much of a daily routine as you possibly can, you'll build up their stamina outside as well. So initially, 15 minutes might be all they can handle before they get bored, but in time, with practice, you will find that they can stay outside for hours at a time. I noticed this with my daughter. The more that we go out to play, the more engaged she is and the longer she actually likes to stay outside and the more creative she can be. I also remember this when I was a kid. My sister and I, we would go outside and we would play for hours with the neighbors' kids and riding bikes and playing in the mud and playing tag and doing all the things that kids do. Now, for indoor activities, I understand that there may be many times when the weather does not permit you to go outside. And in this case, I encourage creative play. So provide opportunities for imaginative play, offering toys like blocks and Legos and dolls and action figures. And keep these toys like in a box for your children to access them and select from. Our children at my house, they've come to enjoy playing with Picasso tiles and little people. Little people are like action figures, but they literally are like little people. I'll provide links for these things so that you can see what I'm talking about. But I've noticed that having these toys and not offering devices really sparks the creativity of my children. Now, granted, our son is 14 months at this time, and he loves knocking the Picasso tile houses down, but the kids enjoy it, and they can do this for long periods of time. My 4-year-old will build, and my 1-year-old will like knocking it down. You can also have a good selection of books to read, puzzles, musical instruments, art supplies. Have all these things available and ready to pull out as needed. This is going to help your child discover new skills and interests like drawing and creating and reading and painting or playing musical instruments. And these are also going to provide a nice variety of things to do when you're at home. It's good to have a variety of things on hand so that you can change the activities out, change the supplies that are available to prevent boredom. Now, remember, initially, you're going to have to facilitate and show them how to use these things and how to be creative. But in time, they're going to learn how to do it and play independently. Now, the third tip is to be consistent and intentional about screen time. Once you've got a routine and a selection of activities, commit to being consistent. So if you told your child there will be no screen time for a while, commit to your decision. This will help them to understand that they can trust you and you mean what you say. Now, they will ask for it, don't get me wrong. And it is up to you to remind them of your expectations. When my daughter asked if she could watch TV, I reminded her, we're not watching TV for a while, but I have another activity you can do, right? In just a matter of days, she got used to playing and having other activities, and she stopped asking to watch TV because the activities became her new routine, her new normal. Now, when you're ready to reintroduce screen time, whenever that is, it's up to you. Just be intentional. Be clear about what's going to be allowed, what's not allowed. This is a great time to ditch shows and games that don't support your family values. Just get rid of those. When possible, sit down and watch these shows with your kids and have conversations about what you're watching. This will make it more interactive and meaningful. Maintain boundaries so that the amount of time in front of devices doesn't get out of control, because that's easy to do. You can use these practices as a lifestyle, or you can use them simply as a screen time detox fast when your child needs it. The fourth tip I have for you is to recognize when it's time to detox. Young children can get addicted to devices as it has such an impact on their brains. So if you notice your child exhibiting any of the following behaviors, it may be time to consider a screen time detox fast. If you notice an increase in irritability, frustration, or regular tantrums, or if they're unable to stop using screens or they can't turn it off even when you said to turn it off, or if they keep asking to watch more or for longer periods of time, or if they have no desire to play, no desire to socialize and talk to other people, no desire to do other activities, or if they have a hard time playing independently or being creative, if they exhibit eye strain or behavior changes or sleep changes, or they're not physically active, they just kind of lay around and are always bored, that's an indication that you might want to take a break. Taking a break from screens is going to help your child develop in a healthy and proper way. My fifth tip for you is don't be a hypocrite. If you're always watching TV and you're always on your devices, you may have a challenge getting your child to do a screen time detox fast. Your child learns by your example, so be mindful of your own screen time usage, especially when you're spending time with your family. If necessary, consider doing a screen time detox fast as a whole family. I also recommend designated protected times that your family will spend together without devices. These designated times are wonderful opportunities for quality time, which will enrich your relationships. So determine what activities or days or times that you will spend quality time, and no one has devices, not even the grown-ups. Now for our family, it's our daily family dinner time. That is our protected time. No one is occupied by devices because we're sitting together at the table, enjoying our family dinner, engaging in conversation with one another. And it is a great and relaxing time. The early years of our children's lives are crucial, especially between the ages of 1 and 3. So make these early years count, because the foundation that you build now will shape their future. Set clear expectations, provide alternatives to screen time, be consistent and intentional, recognize when it's time to do a screen time detox fast, and don't be a screen time hypocrite. If you need to, start small. Commit to 1 hour. 1 hour of quality interaction, imaginative play, or opportunities to be creative. Start today and watch your child transform beautifully before your eyes. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend and consider giving the show a 5-star review so that other moms like you can find this content. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.